few days ago, the basketball world lost something special. The man who made millions believe in impossible dreams hung up his jersey for the final time. Jeremy Lin's retirement didn't just end a career, it closed a chapter that changed sport forever. Before we explore this remarkable journey, hit that like button and subscribe if you want more incredible sports stories. Most viewers watch without subscribing, but your support helps us create content like this. Ready? Let's begin. On August 31st, 2025, Jeremy Lin posted a message that broke hearts across the globe. After 15 years of professional basketball, the man behind one of sports' greatest phenomena was stepping away. But this wasn't just any retirement announcement. This was the end of a story that started in the most unlikely way possible. Picture this, a Taiwanese-American kid from Palo Alto sleeping on his teammate's couch in New York City. No team wanted him. Scouts saw a smart player with a flawed shot and questioned whether he had the strength for the NBA. Jeremy Lin went completely undrafted in 2010. Harvard doesn't produce NBA stars. Asian Americans don't dominate basketball courts. These weren't just assumptions, they were treated as facts. Lin proved everyone wrong in the most spectacular way imaginable. By December 2011, he was barely hanging on to his NBA dreams. The Golden State Warriors had cut him. The Houston Rockets didn't want him. The New York Knicks signed him to a contract worth less than what some players spend on dinner. He was their third-string point guard, riding the bench while the team struggled through one of their worst seasons. Then, February 4th, 2012 happened. Coach Mike D'Antoni was desperate. His team was falling apart, and he needed something, anything, to change their fortunes. He looked down his bench and saw Jeremy Lin. What happened next defied every prediction, every stereotype, every limitation that had been placed on this young man. 25 points and 7 assists against the Nets in his first real opportunity. The crowd at Madison Square Garden couldn't believe what they were witnessing. 2 nights later, in his first start, he dropped 28 points and 8 assists against Utah. Then came the avalanche. Over the next 10 games, Lin averaged an incredible 24.6 points and 9.2 assists. He wasn't just playing well, he was dominating. The Lakers came to town with Kobe Bryant, one of basketball's greatest players. Lin scored 38 points that night, outplaying a legend in the world's most famous arena. But the moment that truly captured everyone's heart came on Valentine's Day. With less than a second on the clock, Lin drained a three-pointer to beat Toronto. The shot went in, and Linsanity was born. What happened next transcended basketball. Linsanity became more than a catchy nickname, it became a movement. For the first time in NBA history, an Asian American player wasn't just participating, he was leading, he was starring, he was inspiring millions who had never seen someone who looked like them dominate at the highest level. In Taiwan and China, people stayed up all night to watch his games. In New York's Chinatown, restaurants stopped serving food during Knicks games because everyone was glued to their televisions. Kids across America suddenly wanted to be like Lin instead of LeBron or Kobe. Time magazine named him one of the 100 most influential people in the world. He won the ESPY for Breakthrough Athlete, but the numbers only tell part of the story. Lin was changing how people saw possibility itself. However, the fairy tale came with a price. The racist comments started immediately. People questioned whether he deserved the attention. Some said it was just a fluke. Others made disgusting jokes about his heritage. Lin faced challenges that white or black players never had to endure, simply because he dared to succeed while Asian. After his magical run with the Knicks, Lin signed with Houston for $28 million. The pressure was immense. Everyone expected him to recreate Linsanity every single night. When he couldn't meet those impossible expectations, critics were quick to dismiss his entire story as luck. But Lin kept fighting. He played for 8 NBA teams over 9 seasons. Some years were better than others, but he never gave up. In 2019, something beautiful happened. He won an NBA championship with the Toronto Raptors, becoming the first Asian American to hold that trophy. When his NBA career ended, most players would have retired quietly. Not Lin. He went to China, then Taiwan, continuing to play the game he loved while inspiring a new generation. Just months before his retirement, he was named MVP of Taiwan's professional league, proving that his impact extended far beyond those magical weeks in 2012. His final season statistics tell the story: 22.4 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 6 assists per game at age 36. He was still performing at an elite level when he decided to walk away. Jeremy Lin's retirement marks the end of something irreplaceable. His career earnings topped $65 million, but money was never the real story. The real story is what he represented. Before Lin, young Asian American athletes had limited role models in major American sports. After Linsanity, everything changed. College coaches started looking at Asian American players differently. Kids who might have been overlooked suddenly had hope. The statistical impact of his career speaks volumes. Lin became the first NBA player since the ABA-NBA merger in 1976 to score at least 20 points and dish out 7 assists in each of his first 5 starts. His 89, 109, and 136 points in his first 3, 4, and 5 career starts respectively were the highest totals by any player in nearly 4 decades. During his peak Linsanity stretch, Lin set NBA records that still stand today. He became the first player to score over 25 points and register 7 assists in his first start since 1976. His 45 turnovers in his first 7 career starts were the most, since individual turnovers began being tracked in 1977, showing both his aggressive play style and the learning curve he navigated. Beyond the numbers, Lin's cultural significance grew exponentially. In 2011, Vivid magazine named him one of the top 8 influential Chinese Americans. By 2012, he had won NBA TV's first ever Social Breakout Player of the Year award and the Epic Award. His jersey sales skyrocketed, and he became one of the most recognizable athletes globally. The business impact was equally remarkable. Lin declined tens of millions in endorsement opportunities during peak Linsanity, choosing to focus on basketball over commercial success. He later partnered with brands like X-Tep to create signature shoes available across Asia, extending his influence in international markets. Just weeks before his retirement, Lin launched a basketball camp specifically for Asian American college players. At 36, he's transitioning from player to mentor, ensuring his legacy continues through the next generation. Lin's advocacy work expanded significantly in recent years. He donated $1 million to Harvard University in 2016 for undergraduate financial aid and facility renovations. During the COVID-19 pandemic, he contributed 1 million yuan to help those affected in China. His philanthropic efforts through the Jeremy Lin Foundation have supported education and basketball development programs worldwide. But Lin's impact goes beyond basketball. During the rise in anti-Asian hate crimes, he used his platform to speak out, to educate, to defend his community. He showed that athletes could be more than entertainers. They could be voices for change. The numbers from his NBA career, 11.6 points and 4.3 assists per game across 480 games, don't capture what he really accomplished. Lin proved that barriers exist to be broken, that dreams aren't limited by what others expect, and that sometimes the most unlikely person can change the world. 3 days ago, Jeremy Lin posted his retirement message, calling it the hardest decision I've ever made. But for millions of fans, his decision represents something else. Gratitude for a journey that taught us all something about persistence, dignity, and the power of believing in yourself when nobody else will. Linsanity lasted just a few weeks, but its legacy will last forever. Every time an underdog gets their chance, every time someone defies expectations, every time an Asian American athlete steps onto a court or field, Jeremy Lin's spirit lives on. The kid who slept on a couch became a champion. The player nobody wanted became somebody nobody will forget. That's the true legacy of Linsanity, proving that in America, incredible things can happen when talent meets opportunity. If this story moved you like it moved us, smash that like button and subscribe for more incredible sports journeys. What did you think of Jeremy Lin's career? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.